Hey, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Jared.
And I'm Matt.
And we're here to talk about the new Blink-182 album, One More Time.
Number 8, When We Were Young.
Oh, so you're singing the... Are you trying to sing the Killer
song? Yeah. But I enjoyed the song. I'm going to say 7 out of 10. I think it's a good song, but I feel like there could have been more to the song. Like, I feel like something is missing from the song to make it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I thought it's a similar concept to When I Was Young, from Dogs Eating Dogs, where it's, it's the perspective of when you're a kid and how it changes. That's fine. It's a good concept. Yeah. It's not like you can only do it once. Probably the best Tom sound on any of these songs. I actually think it's in the right range. He's got the right amount of grit on his voice. Mm-hmm. I like the stream of consciousness. You said one of the lyrics was like the maybe forever type of thing. Mm-hmm. But then some of the other ones just felt really forced. Kind of wonder if one of the reasons Tom left Blink twice is that he feels like either he has to be too poppy in the band, or we can debate this later, some other members in the band force him to err towards the pop side. This felt like the thing you're talking about that's missing is he took it to the threshold. This song requires more than just pop, but it toes the line of staying within the boundaries of pop.
I think...
And it's like the very limit of what defines Blink versus if he took it to Angels, he would have experimented and maybe elevated the message.
Yeah, and maybe this one I don't think has as much like personality or personal things. Like, I don't feel like there's an example. Like, we're talking about when we're young, but then there's not really examples that I feel like are personal to them. That's probably what's missing from me.
But yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Again, it captures the veneer of a strong Blink song. Nothing to, again, elevate it beyond an album track.
I think you're generous. This is not one of the strongest songs on the album.
Okay.
It's not a bad song. I don't like the spacey thing and where he doesn't really try and hit his high or melodic stuff with his voice. It's very much a Tom song. As soon as I heard it, I was like, okay, Tom wrote this song. This is very AVA style. It's a very AVA melody. I gave it a 5. And I thought it was okay.
I gotta re-listen to it, but I could imagine myself having an emotional reaction to those choruses and everything.
I feel like when I'm driving home, I'll still enjoy it, but yeah, I would think it would be something you could listen on the radio and you would know instantly. I think it'd be more like for Blink fans might enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. Speaking of not their strongest song, trigger warning, the next song is Edging, and if you thought One More Time was rough, I don't think there's any fans of that song here.
The highest score I gave it was production, because they have vocal clarity.
Okay.
And you can hear all the different parts. I think fakey kind of pop drums fit. It's weird that he's decided to do a shuffle on the drums. You can hear the pitch correction kicking in. To me, this is the one that I'm like, yeah, I don't get this song, like, just listen to any of the other songs on the album. The lowest score I gave for any individual quality on any of the songs is this song.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same melody. Get the rope, get the rope, get the... like, it's bad. Those are just bad lyrics. Maybe they sent the ones that they thought were going to be their singles to get, like, for another level of mixing or mastering that the other songs didn't get.
Interesting.
Because this is mixed better. My overall score was a 4 out of 10. This was the lowest rating on the album.
I was curious if this was written first, why this was chosen as a single. It's not like it captures any theme of the album. I can't really explain it other than maybe it was just available first. I heard something that actually, compared to the version that came out a year ago, the version on the album might be mixed differently. There might be 2 different mixes out there, so we could do a comparison and see if that's true. I think it's a bad drum part, though. I mean, I'm probably the only person on the internet who would say, like, I don't know that Travis, this is the right part for this song. Maybe it's not a good song and it wasn't salvageable anyway, but I like the I Lead the Broken Hearted in the chorus. That's the one part where it's like, it seems like this is going somewhere, and then it's one to play is where this ends. Like, it just doesn't take you anywhere. There's just not enough substance to save the song. 2 out of 10.
Oh, okay. No, 2 out of 10.
I gave it a 6 out of 10. It grew on me in comparison to what I thought it was. When I heard this the first time, I was like you guys. I don't know if it's just because I've heard it now multiple times, but it's grown on me a little bit more. I agree with you. I feel like there's parts that are good, and then unfortunately, like, they don't lead anywhere.
I'll buy everything they ever put out. They could put out 10 versions of this song. I'll buy it on vinyl. But, like, it's a 2 out of 10.
Oof. If you don't like our reviews, listen to the first songs on the album, because we really liked those a lot more.
Yeah.
This is track 10. You Don't Know What You've Got. I think I actually heard this one. Again, this is a song where Mark's talking about difficulties with his cancer diagnosis and the treatment he had through it. And there's some really, like, visual imagery that he talks about, like the poisoned skin and the kiss and, like, leave me my love, like there's no point, it won't get better. Like you can tell he either wrote this during that or he was thinking specifically about his illnesses, and he's speaking from the heart. And I know what he's talking about, chemo and all this stuff he went through. Like, it's a very dark, real place that he's coming from. I also thought the instrumentation and the melodies and the guitar and the drums were pretty good. Definitely recognizable as a Blink song. It has kind of like the same phaser drums. Yeah, feeling this. Like, it had sort of the Travis like phaser drum thing. Overall, I gave it a 7 out of 10, which places it like amongst one of my favorite songs on the album.
It is kind of the first and maybe first of two, which we'll get to, Mark songs. This felt like Mark wrote this whole thing. Maybe Tom added the chorus that he sings, but it's very Mark-centric. The verses are very sincere and personal, and the chorus probably detracts from that a little bit. It's cliche. I mean, Blink is good at pulling off the cliche. I know you don't like, but Tom keeps saying in every interview the last 3 years, we are nursery rhymes on meth. Whether or not that's reflective of what happened in the past, this is him trying to do that. They both have their songwriting signatures that they fall into a little bit too often. This is definitely Mark's, but it works where he kind of falls down into these low notes and he goes one above it, the do-do-do-do-do-do, like over there. But it works well, and it adheres more meaning maybe to the lyrics in the final part of a verse. What's missing though is the lesson at the end of the song. Again, like that Angels and Airwaves thing where in the last 30 seconds you build a climax, you tell the final part of the story of how he got better or how the next time this happens, whatever. I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I gave it a 7.5. I'm going to predict this is a song that will maybe grow on me more. This is a very personal song, and that's why it's always hard to judge songs like this, because like while you don't connect to it, obviously there's people that will, because people have gone through what he has, and none of us have gone through chemo, and I'm sure people that have gone through chemo listening to the song have a different connection to it than we could at this stage in our life.
Yeah, I know. It wouldn't change the chorus for me.
And that's fair enough.
Next track is track 11, Blink Wave. Their try at doing a new wave song, and I actually gave it 6 across the board on all metrics.
Okay.
The drum beat was a highlight. I thought they were interesting, especially in the beginning of the song. You can really kind of hear Travis doing his thing. What I didn't love about it is the keyboard melody following exactly the vocal melody is a little bit, I said cheesy. It feels like you have an opportunity to play, unique harmonies or counter melodies that make the chorus or the bridge or whatever more interesting. And I thought that the vocal melody was kind of very repetitive, especially towards the end. But I liked the style. It had a good energy.
This is another one of Blink's influences. Of course, we have a song on here I mentioned sounds like The Descendants. We had the one that sounds like The Cure. This is the new wave stuff. I mean, these guys grew up in the 80s, so there's like some New Order kind of feeling to this song, and it's a great dance riff. I think it works. The problem to me is like the melody that he's singing is completely buried in the chorus. And this is what we're talking about. It sounds like in like 2004 when you used to like download a leak of an album that was recorded like secondhand. And there's barely any guitar in it also. I mean, New Wave can have some pretty cool reverb guitar and echo guitar. I like the hi-hat. There's like some nice double, triple hi-hat fills. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I think it's a great song. I would love a different mix of it though.
I'm giving it a 5.5, which is lower than you guys, which is very interesting. Does it have the same energy as a lot of other Blink stuff? The song almost felt like, in my opinion, it started like in the middle of the song. I'm okay if bands trying stuff, and if people like this, good for them. It's just a song that didn't connect with me that much. It's fine.